So now, so I think now we are good. And before we start, I want to introduce our guest today. So I'll introduce the CEO of Organic Consumer Alliance, and we'll also introduce his colleague. So everyone, I want to confirm whether you have understood how to use the emojis. I want to give everyone to give a virtual claps to Dr. Peter Mokaya, who is going to be the first speaker and will take us through the first part of the session. So if you have understood how to use the virtual claps, please give a round of claps to Dr. Mokaya. I'm also going to share the screen on behalf of him. So karibu sana Dr. Mokaya. So if you want me to go to the next, you just say next slide. Yeah. Yeah, so you just say next slide and I'm going to do that. So karibu sana.
Asante, Madam Ratemo. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I kind of like the housekeeping intros. This is a new year. It's early in the year. It's an opportunity and a privilege for some of us to have this opportunity to share on third-party certification. A gray area, normally people are confused, quite sure what to do, how to do, when to do, and with whom to do. My name is, as Madam Ratimo has said clearly, is Dr. Peter Mukaya. I'm Director and CEO of Organic Consumers Alliance. I wear many other hats, as some of you know. Been in this space for going to a couple of decades. So we feel very privileged to be able to come this early stage with PELUM, in partnership with PELUM, to share with you some clarifications on certification, especially what we call third-party Kilimo certification and others that are international. So my role is very simple today. People know, those who know me know I talk a lot, but I will. So advised by wife that don't say too much today. Let George take it away. So basically, with those few remarks, I'm gonna just allow George to zoom in and start the technical presentation. Then I probably during the question and answer session, I'll be able to speak, say a thing or two. Asante sana. How about you, George? George is my colleague. He'll introduce himself. Asante, Madam Ratemo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Peter. My name is George Muigai. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar on organic farming standards and certification. Today, we are not here to talk about theory. We are here to talk about practical farming that protects your soil, your health, and your income. So next slide, please. So today you'll understand what third-party organic certification means and why it matters to us all. Learn about the major organic certifications that is in East Africa Organic Standards, Participatory Guarantee System, European Union Certification Standard, and United States of America, that is a NOP regulation that is regulated by United States Department of Agriculture. You'll also understand the certification process from application to approval. You'll identify the benefits of accessing local, regional, and international markets, as well as receiving practical guidance on preparation for certification. Next slide, please. Okay, what is third-party certification? Third-party organic certification is an independent verification by an accredited organization or accredited body, or some of us call it CB, certification bodies, that confirms that your farm or business meets established organic standards. It also provides credible assurance to buyers and consumers. The key components of third-party organic certification, number one is independent assessment and biased third-party evaluation, when an independent organization or independent certification body sets a trained auditor or assessor to come and assess to ensure that you are following the stipulated organic standards. Then the standard compliance, you have to ensure you adhere to specific organic requirements depending on the standard that you are requesting certification for. And also, there have to be annual verification, which is done every year. That is regular inspections and reviews, where the auditor or assessor comes physically to your farm to verify that you are following the organic standards you have applied for. On this, there can be, apart from annual verification, there can be spot checks wherever there is any suspicion or there is complaints from the consumers. The certification body may make a decision to come to your farm for spot check or announce an announced audit or inspection to verify the complaints. Then there is a market recognition, that is the acceptance of your product in local, regional, and global markets. Next slide, please. Why pursue organic certification? Number one, there is market access to premium markets domestically and internationally or regionally. What do we mean by premium markets? Premium markets means that you just don't go for ordinary market. Your product have a unique selling point and it is certified. So the consumers are willing to pay an extra coin to your produce, which have been produced and verified that it's organically produced. We also have a price premium you will receive depending. That's just a figure for this webinar. But prices, premium prices varies, and you'll get a slightly higher price for certified organic product comparing with a product that have been produced conventionally without observing organic integrity. You'll also have consumer trust. You'll build credibility and trust with conscious consumers. And this means that there will be repeat requests for your product wherever consumers trust your product. So that's create a consistent market for your produce. Then you'll have market network access. We'll connect with other organic supply chains and buyer networks, which might also help you to diversify what you are producing and also to access more markets. Next slide, please. The major third-party organic standards we have, number one, we have the EU Organic Regulations 28848. This is a new regulations that came to force since October last year. And this particular standard is for the farmers to access European Union markets. The key features required here, you are required for EU market access, and it's actually very strict on chemical restrictions that are prohibited by the regulation. We also have the United States of America market access. That is a national organic program that is regulated by United States Department of Agriculture. That is also required when you want to sell your product to United States of America markets. Then you have an overall, actually, this is the backbone of the organic standards. That is the IFOAM family of standards. This is international. It doesn't have jurisdictions of which continent you are selling. But the key features for these are harmonized standards that are accepted in multiple markets. The most important now for our farmers who are willing to access East African standards, East African markets. We have the CRIMOHA East African Organic Standard, that is 456, and the features a region standard that is adapted to local and regional farming systems. And finally, we have the PGS, that is Participatory Guarantee System in various regions. This is community-based verification standard. Next slide, please. Okay, when we look at the East African organic product standard, that is ES 456, we have the key requirement for regional compliance. This standard is harmonized standard for Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. That is EAC member states. And you are supposed to adapt to East African market systems, that is considering climate conditions and the smallholder context. It covers crop production, livestock, beekeeping, aquaculture, and wild harvest operations. Recognized for regional trade within East African community markets, and it includes provisions for traditional and indigenous practices specific to the regions where the produce is being produced. It also emphasizes on soil fertility management through composting, crop rotation, and green manures, just a few to mention. And the main advantage for this, it lowers certification costs compared to the international standards, making it accessible for most of the smallholder producers. Next slide, please. The benefits for the East Africa Organic Standard and the certification process. How to get certified. Number one, you lower cost and faster, there is lower cost and faster processing. The certification fees can be negotiated and paid in Kenya shillings, and the timelines are a bit shorter comparing with the international certification process, as this decision may take a few days, depending with the complexity of the project or the business, and maybe 1 to 2 weeks compared to 3 to 6 months for international standards. The regional market access, it provides access to all 5 East Africa organic standards countries, that is the Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi, and one certificate with Kilimo High organic mark. You'll also get locally adapted requirements based on IFAM standards, but adapted to East African conditions converted into a local context, recognizing traditional practices and local farming systems. It also has shorter conversion period, minimum 1 year conversion period versus 3 years for EU standards. The conversion period will be determined by your previous management of the farms. And if the farm have not been using prohibited inputs or chemicals, you can negotiate for a shorter period of conversion period. Land in furrow for 1 year plus requires no conversion period for East African organic standards. And then the pathway to international standard, the East Africa Organic Standard, serves as a stepping stone. Farmers can start with regional certification and later upgrade to EU or NOP certification for export markets. Next, please. Participatory Guarantee System, this we call it PGS, and PGS is a community-based certification approach where farmers, consumers, and other stakeholders guarantee organic integrity through peer review and direct participation. PGS is recognized by IFOM and internationally, and it's accepted in many local and regional markets as an alternative to third-party certification. Its key benefits, number one, is low cost, comparing with more affordable, significantly more affordable than third-party certification. It creates community trust, builds strong local relationships and transparency. There is knowledge sharing. Farmers learn from each other through peer visit, and also flexible process, adaptable to local contexts and small realities. Next. Implementation and best practices. We will look at core principles. PGS operates on shared vision, active participation by all stakeholders, transparency in processes, trust-based relationships, and peer verification. Standards are co-created by producers, consumers, and local institutions rather than imposed externally. The system includes clear consequences for non-compliance agreed upon in advance. And how it works, on group formation, farmers organize into groups with consumers, NGOs, and market operators. An example is CoProBio in Loda, 20 members producing vegetable fruits and cereals. There is peer review visits. Members conduct rotational farm assessments, typically quarterly, focusing on terracing, biodiversity, soil fertility, pest management, just a few to mention. And the certification decision, the group secretariat approves based on peer review reports. So the entire group gets certified to use organic marks like East African Organic Mark, EOM. And the best for local markets, that is for suited farmers markets, urban organic shops, CSC restaurants, limited international export acceptance, but growing in local regulation. For the East African Organic Standards, it was created for the farmers like you, smallholders, group farmers, cooperatives. These standards understand soil, our climate, and also our farming system. Why organic? Many farmers are struggling with lessing inputs, that fertilizers are becoming very expensive, chemicals are affecting our health, it's affecting our other areas like bees get lost when there is a lot of spray drift contamination. Then organic farming focuses on what we already have, that is soil, manure, crop diversity, and knowledge. The core rules, let's be very clear that organic farming does not allow prohibited chemicals and genetically modified organisms. Those are not very common in our region, but it allows compost manure, crop rotation, mulching, local solutions. If you protect your soil, the soil will feed you for many years. Soil is not just a dirt, soil is alive. So when you feed the soil with compost and organic matter, crops grow stronger and resist pests naturally. Organic farmers do not kill pests. Very good to note this. They prevent problems. So strong plants, mixed cropping, natural sprays work better in long term. Certification is easier for East Africa organic standards and cheaper when farmers work together. Root certification also allows small farmers to access organic farmers without high cost. And on record keeping, let me repeat this, no records, no certification. So even simple records are enough. You don't need to type them. You just need to get your pencil, pen, and a notebook and make sure that you are keeping your records. Next slide, please. The new EU regulation, now we go to the international standards, 2018-848. The key changes from old regulation, number one, fully implemented from January 2022, the old regulation, stricter controls on inputs and contamination prevention, enhanced traceability requirements through supply chain, new provisions for greenhouse and hydroponic production, updated welfare standards, housing requirements, strengthened enforcement and penalty systems. The requirements comparing with the EU regulation for the East African exporters, certification by EU recognized certification bodies that are accredited. You have to comply with EU equivalents of that country listing. You have to have digital certificates of inspection, that is COI, it's required when you're exporting. You need to have full documentation of production and processing methods and risk-based approach to controls and inspections. And also it requires annual reporting to EU authorities via traces system. Next slide, please. Core certification requirements, we have production requirements and processing and handle requirements. On production requirements, 3-year conversion period from last prohibited substance use. No at all synthetic pesticides, herbicide or fertilizers, no GMOs. Barbazone to prevent spray drift contamination or any other type of contamination. Soil health and biodiversity promotion, and detailed record keeping for all inputs and practices in the farm. On processing and handling, the organic ingredient must be 95% or over 95% of the product. There have to be a very strict separation from organic products, that is to prevent commingling. There must be limited approved processing aids, traceable supply chain documentation from receiving to dispatch, clean facilities free from prohibited substances, and regular cleaning and sanitation protocols. Next slide, please. The certification process, step by step. Number one, there is initial contact. Choose the certifier, review standards. We have several certification bodies. Then you have to apply, you submit forms, maps, and your organic system plan. Then you have to do the document review. Certifier, the certification body will evaluate the submission. They will plan for the on-site inspection. Inspector visit the farm or facility. Then certification decision, approve or corrective actions are made. Next slide. The timeline and investment, typical timeline, conversion period 3 years minimum, may overlap with certification. Application review takes 2 to 4 weeks. This is not very exact time, but depending certification body. Inspection scheduling, this takes around 1 to 3 months. Then the decision making may take 4 to 8 weeks post-inspection or more. Total application can be 3 to 6 months. Please note the timelines are much shorter for East African organic certification, ranging from 1 to 2 weeks from application to decision. The cost considerations, these figures are just a matter of the webinar training. The application fee, depending on the size of the operation, might be between $200 to $500 or more. Annual certification fee, $500 to $2,000, varies with the farm size or the number of smallholder producers in the certification program. The inspection fee might be $500 to $1,500. This depends with the CB. The group certification, it lowers per farmer cost. Some farmers and or groups are lucky. They get subsidies from government or NGOs that support organic programs. And please note that applying the principle of fairness for East Africa Organic Kilimo, lower charges negotiated the payment in Kenya shillings. Next. Then we look at how to prepare for certification, essential preparation steps, develop internal control system for smallholder group of farmers or outgrowers, or organic system plan, OSP, for single farm or a big estate, and document all practices, inputs, and procedures to make your certification journey easy. Establish record keeping system, track all inputs, track all youth harvesting records, sales, and field activities. Create maps, show all fields, buildings, buffer zones, and water sources. List all inputs, create an inventory of seeds where you buy the seeds, fertilizers that you are using, pest control with documentation. Verify conversion timeline, ensure 3-year period is documented since last prohibited use. You have also to review the standards thoroughly, understand all requirements before applying, attend training, participate in workshops, webinars like these ones, consultations with experienced farmers or consultants. Also note that this may be less rigorous for East African organic standards, the KCOA certification requirements, and takes much less preparatory time, often involving informal consultations with the certifier. Next. The common challenges and solutions. Documentation burden. Start simple. Don't start complicated documentation. Start with simple template. Use mobile apps. Join farmer groups for shared learning. Conversion period revenue loss. Explore organic in conversion market. Diversify income. Seek transition support. Then the other challenge is to understand the complex standard with work with certifier advisors, attend training workshop, connect with certified farmers. The other challenge on certification cost, consider group certification and apply for cost share programs, budget incrementally. Next. Next, please.
Confirm, please.
Yes, please. Market opportunities with certification. Local markets, we have farmers markets, mostly organized by KCOA. We have urban organic shops, which are recognizing organic produce or products. We have supermarket chains. We have restaurants and hotels, community-supported agriculture, and direct consumer sales. For the regional markets, we have East African market networks. We have regional cooperatives. We have specialty exporters. We have processing companies and fair trade partnerships. For the export markets, we have the European Union countries, we have United States, we have Middle East, we have Asia Pacific, specifically specialty importers for organic produce. Next, please. We need also to look at how you choose the light certification body. And the key selection criteria, number one is accreditation status. Verify the CB is accredited for standard unit, CRIMO-High, EU, US, DA, NOP. Make sure that these are the institution that is verifying or doing your audit is a verified certification body. Market recognition, ensure that their certificate are accepted in your target markets. Compare application, annual and inspection fees transparently in terms of affordability to make sure that the cost structure is fair. Ensure that it have local presence, consider availability of local auditors and support services. Remember that during this audit, sometimes certification bodies who doesn't have local presentation, the cost of importing the auditor, the freight fees, accommodation is taken by the group of farmers or the farmer who wants certification. So we have the group certification options. Check if they offer group schemes for smallholders, and also reputation experience for references from farmers in your area, region, and also support service. Look for training, advisory services, and responsive communication. Next. Group certification. What is group certification? Multiple small-scale farmers certified together under one certificate. Managed by a cooperative or producer organization, the group implements an internal control system to monitor compliance. The benefit for this, it lowers the cost per farmer, shared inspection fees, collective market access, and knowledge sharing. And the key requirement for group certification, number one, established farmer organization, that is cooperatives or associations, internal control systems with trained officers, member database and documentation system, annual international inspection of all members, sanctions policy for non-compliance, and training program for all the group members. Next. And how do you maintain your organic certification? Annual requirements. You have to submit annual update to the certifier, host annual inspection visit, pay annual certification fee, report any changes of operation if you're expanding or you're adding more crops in your farm, and update organic system plan as needed. The best practice will be to maintain detailed daily records, keep all receipts and invoices, stay informed about standards updates, and address inspector findings promptly. Also build strong relationship with the certifier. Grounds for suspension or withdrawal. If you use prohibited substances, if you force or you fake documentation, if you fail to comply with the collective actions, or you fail to pay the payment fees, deliberate mislabeling of your products before they are certified, you are at high risk of suspension or complete withdrawal from organic certification. Next. Resources and support available. There is training and education. We have farmer field schools. We have organic certification workshops. We have online courses and mentorship programs. We also have financial support, that is government cost share programs. We have non-governmental certification funds, organic transition grants, microfinance for organic farmers. We also have technical assistance, extension services. We have organic input suppliers. We have agronomic consultations and certification consultants. We also have market linkages. We have organic trade associations. We have buyer databases, export support services, and e-commerce platforms. Next, please. The key takeaways for the webinar are, number one, third-party certification provides credible market access and consumer trust. And number two, multiple standards exist. East African organic standard. We have the EU organic standard. We have the NOP organic standard that is regulated by United States Department of Agriculture. And we have a regional standard. Choose based on your target market. Number three, the process takes 3 to 6 months for application with 3-year conversion period required. But it's much shorter process for East Africa, for those farmers looking for East Africa Organic Standard, the Kilimo High Mark. And number four, we have group certification, makes organic accessible and affordable for smallholders. That is like PGS or Kilimo High. Note this may have multiple limitations for the market access. Also, through preparation and good record keeping, these are very essential for success on your certification journey. The price premiums and market opportunities justify the investment, and support, service, and resources are available. You don't have to go alone. Reach for assistance and clarification wherever in doubt. Next, please. Your next steps. Number one, you need to assess your readiness. Review the requirements, evaluate your current practices against organic standards. Number two, connect with certifiers. Contact 2 or 3 certification bodies to compare services and costs, and especially for the international markets. Number three, join a farmer network. Find a local organic farmer group for knowledge sharing and support. Number four, start documentation. Begin keeping records, detailed records for all farm activities. Plan your timeline. Create a roadmap from conversion through certification. And also you can join other alliances like Organic Consumers Alliance. Next, please. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Together we can build a thriving organic sector that benefits farmers, communities, consumers, and environment. For further information and support, you can contact us at Organic Consumers Alliance. The number is provided, which is also in WhatsApp. And the website is also provided. You can peruse it at your free time. Thank you very much for your audience.
Thank you so much. We can give virtual claps to our presenter. Thank you so much. Now we want to go to the next session of questions and answers. Because we have time, we are going to take hands. So you raise your hand and then you ask your question. Thank you for the claps. If you have a question, you raise your hand. We are going to take the first 3, then they are answered. We go to the next 3 like that until everyone's questions are answered. So I think we have the first 3. So Wana George and Dr. Mokaya, me on standby. I note down the questions somewhere. So Pamela, you have the mic. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Temo, and to the KCOA-KHEA team. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, George, for the amazing presentation. For me, mine, it's not a question. It's actually to appreciate KCOA-KHEA for organizing this session. Because on the KCOA-KHEA project, it's a really big issue that we are really trying to tackle with. Of course, working with different partners to see that, we improve markets, access to markets for organic agriculture products, but also dealing with issues to do with certification. So for me, mine is an appreciation. I've honestly loved the presentation because it has been spot on. And I know if we share this information out there with the different stakeholders, they'll get to definitely appreciate and know that certification is actually not a hard thing, because it's where actually the biggest issue is coming from. People are worried. So I think we have a lot of work to do in terms of creating awareness and getting people to appreciate the whole certification process and the essence of it. So thank you very much, and back to your attention.
Thank you, Pamela. The mic is now to Monica Yator. You have the mic.
Thank you, Ratemo, and thank you for organizing this very important meeting. I am calling from Baringo, Kenya, and my question goes to George. I am a farmer, organic farmer in Baringo, and me and other farmers who are practicing organic, we are suffering because of brokers. Our products are now trading with other non-organic products. So I don't know how best can we reach out to our farmers in Baringo, especially for PELUM Kenya. We really need your assistance because we are even thinking of now losing up, because if our markets are being mixed with other non-organic products, we don't see the value of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the question. It's noted. The last one is Saj. Saj, you have the mic.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Ratem, and all the organizers. I'm calling from Kigali, Rwanda, and I would like to get some guidance. For instance, in Rwanda, we have so many operators certified under third-party certification, and other SMEs that are adding value to some of the product and accessing the market. And I would like to ask and I would like to also mention that we don't have a certification body accredited on the East African organic product standard in Rwanda. And I would like to ask if some of these operators or SMEs want to get certified under East African standard, for them to get a Kilimo High mark. How do we proceed? That's my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. So I give the mic to Mwanamungai to respond, and then we'll take another series of questions. So you have the mic.
Thank you very much, Latemo. First, I'd like to answer Monica from Baringo. And it's a pity that you have used your efforts and you have been exploited by the middlemen. I would advise that you need to check an off-taker of your products. I don't know which product you are producing, but we have a lot of off-takers who are credible. So the group of farmers, maybe this can be taken later for further guidance by Ratemo. Connect with credible off-takers or aggregators, and you have to make a formal contract with off-takers where you can put off the middleman. The off-taker through the contract will be able to off-take your product direct from the farm gate. So I think this is a matter of having an organized marketing system where you get a reliable and credible off-taker of your products. I think I can advise further when I know which product you are producing and maybe the market status in the country or in the region or internationally. From Kigali, my brother, I was not able to capture your name, but I think I'll send this question to Dr. Mukaya on having many operators certified third-party producers so that he can give the direction for the access of East African Organic Standards certification. Over to you, Daktari.
Thank you, George. Very nice. I was listening, and I am quite impressed as well. Just to read what Pamela Magino from Uganda has just shared. I think it was gone well. Many questions being asked, many clarifications. We had agreed with you, George, that we will do the presentation quickly so that there's more time for answering questions. Now, with regard to Madam Monica, just to add a little something. Monica, just talk to us. Our number is in the slides, but I can repeat it again for anybody else. Call us on 0722 435758. Save that number in a safe place and talk to us, us meaning Organic Consumers Alliance. We are accredited, we are approved with COAN and KEBS as certifiers, and we're able to guide farmers many questions. Those brokers.
Please repeat your number, please.
0722 435758.
Thank you, Makoya.
Yes, so people are, of course, taking advantage. In the absence of knowledge, people take advantage. You know how Kenyans are. We've been in this space for almost a couple of decades. We are passionate about making sure that the farmers make money, good money, rightfully, that the soils are protected, that the consumer is sure that what he's buying that's labeled as organic is indeed organic. This is not just in Kenya, but also in the entire East African region, which, as you know, is actually also including Congo. If you look at the population of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and Congo, we are over 300 million eaters. In case you didn't know, that is the size of the population of the mighty USA. So the East African standard, aka KCOA-KHEA, actually is respected across the board. That jumps into the question my colleague from Rwanda, Saj Libaho, asks. We know that getting accredited takes time and that there could be challenges in Rwanda, but the OCA team has accreditation across the East African regions. We have a strong team. You go to our website and check on the profiles. We have people with PhDs, with experience. Our own Gitao George here, who just made a presentation, has experience on third-party accreditation, not just in East Africa, but also in West Africa, in Sierra Leone, in Senegal, in Ghana, in Nigeria, and blah, blah, blah. We are very strong on quality. We actually, our motto is nothing but the best. We don't fool around. We don't hanky-panky. We do things the right way. So my colleague from Rwanda, just to answer the question that George has forwarded to me, is that we are approved by COAN, which is the entity that is the holder of the KCOA-KHEA third-party certification on behalf of KEBS. And that standard EAPS is standard 456. That's extremely important. This certification is not a COAN or OCA certification, it's a KEBS East African Standard Certification for organic products that is delegated to COAN as the custodian, and OCA is one of the many approved registered certifiers. Not the only one. The others like EcoCert, which do EOPS, plus also the international ones, and so on, and so on. So just a few things I want to also add to what George shared earlier. Market share that we cover, over 300 million population of East Africa, is big market access, huge market access. Why? Once you're officially certified, you get the low cost of KCOA-KHEA, you have access to markets that are premium. These supermarket chains, you can sell to the Middle East. And then, of course, you have to be aware that after certification, like insurance, like medical insurance, any cover, we want to come and check at the end of the year and ensure that you're still compliant. So there's an annual renewal. I don't know whether George mentioned that, but there'll be need for a consistent renewal so that we are sure that the consumer is protected and the traceability remains standard. Yeah, so that's important. We're giving you the number, how you can reach us. You can't learn everything just today. This is going to be a series of interactions. Thank you, PELUM. Thank you, Madam Ra, Temo, for making this possible. We are ready, we are willing, we're talking, but now we want to move into the stage of market access. Really, how do we ensure that the organic farmers are not taken advantage, that they sell their product at a premium? Because as a health person with many years of experience in the health space, it is good to know that the food that you're buying that is labeled organic is actually organic. Because we know there are also other masqueraders who are masquerading around as selling organic products. But the key word here is certified. You need to have that term, that word on your brand, whether it's honey, whether it's eggs, whether it's chicken, whether it's your goats, whether it's vegetables, that they're actually certified organic. This is a statutory regulation from KEBS, delegated to KOAN, who is the custodian of this certification, KCOA in particular. And of course, there are many certifiers. Right now, we started with about 10, 20. They are shrunk because many of them were briefcase. OCA and a few others are the only ones left standing. I told Guita I won't talk a lot. I think I'll stop there and hand over to Madam Ibatemo so that we continue. Santi, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the questions and answering. We have two hands. Bwana Francis Muya, is your hand up or down? Your hand was up.
Yes, thank you, Ratemo and the PELUM General. It was a good presentation from George. I think we have captured a lot. Thanks for the good facilitation. I'm Francis Muya, working for Slow Food Kenya. And I'm talking as a certified PGS assessor and also a trainer. And we have also worked with the PELUM in supporting groups in training and also empowering capacity building the groups in organic production and also issues to do with certification. My question is, I understand most of organizations nowadays are promoting, spearheading more of agroecology rather than organic. Maybe I think you can also elaborate more about organic and agroecology, which is a very new concept, and also getting acknowledged across the country, and also many organizations and many even the resource mobilization are also supporting it. So because you also mentioned that the NGO has to be there to support the groups, especially those who are doing PGS. So you can also elaborate it and how the things how the two can be merged together. And the last one, I know in terms of market, we need to do a lot of consumer awareness because we also have organic markets, and sometimes it's very difficult sometimes to convince a consumer that this product has been produced organic. So I think this opportunity to come together, all the organizations continue create consumer awareness about PGS and also other certification bodies. Otherwise, that's what my submission. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take Tovo from Madagascar. Ask question and then you respond. You have the mic.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Ratemo, for the organization of this session. It is very interesting and helpful for us. My question is for Madagascar. We have moved forward for national standards on organic agriculture, and the members of Simapio and another stakeholder want to reach African market, and we would like to ask what are the steps to be done if we want to join the East Africa standards, as we have a Malagasy standard, because it is very important for us to join the East Africa for the market, which may be developed from Madagascar with our stakeholders. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Bwana Mungai, you can either answer or delegate. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ratemo. I think I'll dedicate this to Daktari on the access of the Madagascar team to East African Organic Standard to answer Tohoveri. and also for agricultural organic regeneration. I think that was the two Dr. can first take it on. Thank you.
Hey, you're avoiding the tricky questions, and indeed they are tricky. For the Madagascar colleague, I understand their dilemma and their challenge. Most other African countries do not have a standard. It took 3, 4, 5 years. PELUM was involved, Biovision was involved, Corn, of course, at the core, CABS, some of us came in and out as OCA. We came up with a standard that covers the ESC. Fortunately for the gentleman in Madagascar, he needs to know that other countries around the East African region, including Malawi, Tanzania, Zambia, are actually trying to copy the EOPS standard. So what you would do, again, using that number we shared and the email address, write to us. We will tell you the procedures that you would need to use to access the EOPS standards 456. And then you can sell your products. Because customers, consumers, markets require these standards. And there are logos, there are specific logos that apply. It's a very serious matter because as somebody said, the gentleman, Francis Nguyen from Slow Food, there is confusion and there are, of course, opportunities to want to take advantage. Francis, I agree with you. So that's for the Madagascar gentleman. That's what I would advise we do. I can see we still have a few minutes. I would quickly stop there, but say for Francis Muya, agroecology is part of, organic is part of agroecology. It's basically, look at it like a food triangle. Let me just summarize it. Agroecology is not mutually exclusive from organic. It's like a triangle, like the tip of an iceberg. There are many cars. Cars is agroecology. But a Mercedes-Benz is a Mercedes-Benz is at the top. I'm just giving an example. At the apex of a good quality car, and it has a logo that identifies that car is a Mercedes-Benz. So organic sits at the apex of the entire agroecological regenerative agriculture system. We have not developed standards for other agroecological products. This is the challenge that everybody is grouping with. You cannot eat agroecology, but you can eat a certified organic potato. There are specific standards and requirements that once you achieve them, your tomato is certified USDA or European standards or East African standards organic. This is extremely important. As a physician who's now into nutrition and health, unless you have a standard that defines a Mercedes-Benz, you cannot just pick a Vitz and say it's a Mercedes-Benz. But of course, a Vitz is a car. So agroecology is to car as to Mercedes is to organic. So in summary, organic is a subset of agroecology. Agroecology is a superset. This is the space where regenerative approaches are used. They incorporate 7 principles that are with FAO. We celebrate it in Kenya now. We have a policy document that guides this development. But more and more now, as we grow the space, as correctly Madam Pamela Magino said, we need to expand the space of agroecological, aka organic products, by having standards. Because otherwise we'll end up suffering the same problem my sister Monica is suffering from, where brokers come and buy your produce and then sell it without a premium. This is why some of us are passionately in this space. We want to make sure that the organic farmer or the agroecological farmer who sells their product using regenerative, biodiverse, by inputs and no chemicals and pesticides and GMOs gets value for money. There's money in the pocket of these farmers, the value chain producers, the biofertilizers, they get a value. Unfortunately now, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Health are cooperating, they are supporting, they are creating an enabling environment. So I will stop here because I think 2-3 minutes left to finishing. So we can let Madam Ratemo wind up this experiment. And we can, of course, arrange a follow-up session. But asante sana. Thank you, George. I will stop here and pass it on to Madam Ratemo. Asante.
Yeah, thank you. I want to confirm, is there any other question before we move to the next session? Ron? Is there any question? Let's confirm. Okay. Now, I know some people joined later, but don't worry, we are going to share the presentations and the recording. Now, as you know, this webinar is organized courtesy of a project called Knowledge Center for Organic Agriculture and Agroecology. So I want to introduce you to a platform where you can also be getting information about organic, even issues of certification. So Pamela, if you don't mind, you can share on the chat, but let me project the platform. So this is the platform that as a project, it was developed to help us. As you know, there's a lot of misinformation about organic and about agroecology. So there's a platform that is there for us to use. It's called Knowledge Platform for Organic Agriculture and Agroecology in Africa. So this platform is developed through more than 33 partners in Africa, and PELUM Kenya is one of it. So in this platform, we have a lot of information about organic. So the only thing you need to do is to register. Like you can see, I have an account myself. I am already registered. So I want everyone to also register to this platform. And the reason for that, you are going to access a lot of knowledge products. So what is a knowledge product? A knowledge product is information materials, either on organic, agriculture, or agroecology, that can help you understand different concepts and in different formats. So it can be a flyer, a fact sheet, a video. So once you register, you'll come here and you go to the KCOA knowledge database. Maybe I should confirm through a show of hands, how many of you are registered to this platform before I show you how to register? How many? You can raise your hand so that I can count. How many of you are registered? Yes, Karen, good for you. That's very good. I'm also going to give you the mic and you tell me if you are able to use it. Saj, thank you. So it seems majority of us are not registered. So I'll have to show you how to register. Yeah, so Pamela is registered. So what you do, let me go back to my sharing of screen. I log out first so that I show you how to register. So first of all, there is a link shared on the chat. It's very simple. KCOA-Africa.org. You can type it in your phone, you can type it in your computer, another device you have. When you go there, this is what will come. This is the first homepage. So, like if you don't have an account, you come here and click Join Us. Yeah. So this is if you are a new member. So this is how you are going to join a platform. So you'll put your name here. For now, we'll use mine, but already I have an account. So you put your name, gender you put, and then if you have a username, you can put. Password I won't put because I am already in the account. And then area of expertise. Like for me, I consider myself an agroecology. Yeah. So I can say I'm an agroecology expert. If you're in agroforestry, you can put. Yes, Saj, you can speak. Maybe my screen is not seen. Saj.
This is an old one.
Oh, sorry for that. So here is where you put several area of expertise that you have. Like for me, I'm also good in agroforestry. So I can put maybe agroforestry, forestry. Yeah, it's not there. So that one is not there. So I look for something that is close to that. Issues of now everyone, maybe I'm hoping you can put organic certification. If not, it's okay. Now, once you have your areas of expertise, you come here and say you are a TOT. You see, TOTs are people who train other people like farmers or even policymakers or people who are not aware about organic or agroecology. Then you come here, accept terms. Of course, you will also accept you are a human because of issues of AI, and then you just join. Yeah, and once you click that, you have to select, please drag the object that is correct. Yeah, so I'll drag it here. Then I verify. You see, I am a human. So I won't join already. I have an account, but if you join now, we are able to see who has joined. So maybe I give you a minute to try to join. Let me just go back. You come here and click join us. And then and also don't forget to put your country as Kenya. If you're in Kenya, if you're not in Kenya, you put where you are from. Of course, some of us are not Kenyans, so you will not put Kenya. So I want to give people a minute to join the platform so that we proceed. I show you how to access the information. So I stop sharing so that I allow you to also join the platform. If you have issues, you can also raise your hand. Hello, Pamela, maybe you can check at the backend if we have people who are joining. So this platform has a lot of knowledge. As you know, not everyone knows everything. So you have to read, you have to research, you have to get information from others. So this platform has that for you. So maybe we share again a link to the chat you can join so that I proceed with showing you how to maneuver. So I'll go back to my account so that now I show you how to maneuver the platform. So the first thing you see is this section for events. So events are events that are happening across Africa. People have shared here. And when you come here, you can also see what is coming next. Like you can see there's a magazine issued from Southern Hub. We also have a WOLA recruitment of mentors and mentees. So you'll be checking and seeing what upcoming events are there. Some are also virtual. So if you're not from that region, you can still join. But then, of course, you check the language because we also have French speakers in the platform. Now, the other section is Stories of Change or Agroecology Africa blog. So in this section, you are also going to read about stories from different parts of Africa. And inside there, you'll also find formulas and, knowledge products around it. So let's click this one for botanical pesticide. So this is a story, how to make your own botanical pesticide, a step-by-step guide for smallholder farmers. So this is a story submitted by one of the platform users, and the author is called Rebecca from Zambia. And you can see she has explained how you're going to make a botanical spray step by step. And it has step 1, step 2, up to step 6. So that means you can actually learn from others on how to do these things. So this means if you are registered in the platform, these are the information you're going to learn. And in most of the stories, you also find a knowledge product attached, like this, download a free farmer guide. So you can click there and you can see there is also a knowledge here. So you can download this, you can even print it to use with your farmers. Okay. Let me go back to another section. So go back to my homepage. So, and in these stories, you are also going to see a lot of posts. You don't have to be limited. You can read the ones that catches your eye or your interest. So there is different stories from soil, issues of, vermicompost, So you can read and actually learn what other people are doing in other countries. Okay. Then now the section for knowledge. Let me you come here, the 3 lines, and then you go to the KCOA knowledge database. So when you click here, you can see there's a lot of KPs or knowledge products. So you can come here, like today we were learning about organic certification. So I write organic certification, and then I search. Now you can see there are a lot of knowledge generated from different countries or parts of Africa. So you come and read the one that catches your eye. But like I said, be keen on the language, because you can see even we have Arabic here. So you also look at the language so that you don't open the one you cannot understand. Let's read this one from Malawi on organic certification system, so you can see it's very simple in a language you can understand. So these are the kind of knowledge products you're going to see. Now, in terms of topics, there are very many. You can just come here and search, and then you'll be able to see them. So this is, I search soil, so you can see there is a knowledge product from South Africa, Madagascar, Egypt, in different language formats. Yeah, even in local language, if you can understand Chichewa or these local ones, you can read. So that is now the platform for accessing knowledge products. So maybe I get questions. I stop there, I take questions before we wind up the webinar. Is there any question? Or input or comment about the platform? Or you are registered and waiting approval? Don't worry, Pamela is approving you in a few. Any question? Okay, so it means most of you have understood about the platform. So I'm going to share the link also on the email. Or you want the link again? Let me share. Oh, it has been shared. Just a minute. Okay, so I've put on the chat. So when you get time, please register. You can also share to your colleagues, to your farmers. You can even register with your phone, with your laptop, as long as it's a device that is connected to internet. So I think I stop the session from there, unless there is a question. Then any question? No, there is no. So thank you for your attention. I think we have finished. Oh, yes, Pamela, before we finish.
Yeah, mine is just to appreciate you, Atema. Thank you for presenting about the platform. I've put a message in chat of all the participants that have registered and have been approved, so they can now fully access the platform and the knowledge that they require. But I have also posted a message with the emails, yours and mine, just in case the participants might have any inquiries or require any other support. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm also going to share an email with the links again for those who have not registered, and feel free to share as widely as possible. This platform is ours, it's an African platform, and we want to ensure that no one can say there is no information about organic and agroecology. So for today, our webinar was about third-party certification. We're also going to share the contacts for our facilitators for today. And also for us as PELUM Kenya, we also support our members in terms of PGS and third-party certification. So for those members within this webinar, please reach out to me. My email is in the chat. We can discuss further. So maybe we can give claps to our presenters for today as we also take a group photo. So Amos is going to take a group photo. So all of us, if you can, please switch your video. We take a group photo. If you are not in a place that we want to see, don't switch on, please. So I now stop recording.